Hi and welcome to the Community Pod. My name is Tiffany, I'm the Centre Manager at Saathi House, but today I'm your host. The topic for today is NFL flag football. Joining us we have Hafsa, our flag football coach, and two of our young teammates. So to kick off the talk, Hafsa, tell us a little bit, what is NFL flag football?
Well, NFL flag football is a modification of American football, except it's non-contact. So instead of like tackling each other to the ground, what they do is they pull the flags that are on the flag belt in order to stop the gameplay. But the end goal of the objective of the whole game is the same like as you see on American football. Which is bringing the ball down by either passing or running towards the end zone, and the excitement, but without all the contact. And yeah.
So no tackling?
No
tackling. Driving people to the floor?
No.
Okay, some might think that's the fun part of the game. So for you, what is the fun part of flag football?
I think it's definitely the strategy within the game. So all about finding out how to get away from your opponents and really driving the ball down to the end zone. So different routes that they learn within the game, and there's something called a fake and a dummy and also a dodge. And watching the kids also play that, they love doing it. So it's quite fun to watch them try get away from the opponents and really watch them get in tune with the team and really take control.
So what would you say to encourage young girls to get into flag football? Why should they choose flag football? What's different about it or special about it?
So a lot of sports, they don't tend to be as inclusive as flag football because there's no limitations or restrictions to it.
So you mean in terms, what could be the limitations and restrictions? There's no...
So height, weight, anything like that, nothing is a limitation in flag football. It also is a good promoting for fitness. It teaches teamwork, so it really teaches your kids how to be a very good team player and just how to be in a sport environment. Builds confidence not only on the field but off the field, nice. Which is also having the core values of what it's like to be within a team.
Yeah, I mean, I love team sports. I love the energy and the excitement you get from being part of a team. But NFL flag football is quite new in the UK, so how did you get into coaching?
So last summer I was volunteering at Saathi House and I heard of a new funding from the NFL Foundation UK, and they wanted some sport flag football coaches, and at that time I had no clue what flag football was. So I was very intrigued about it, so I went to the training course to become a coach. And when I was there, I loved the environment, I loved the game. I just loved overall the concept of the game as well. So obviously the NFL Foundation UK, they facilitated the coaching group. And there's probably about 20 of us, and all of us walked away loving the game. Such a good way to bring everyone close together. So then ever since then, I've been working with Saathi House and I've been delivering sessions to really promote girls to join and play flag football.
That's really nice, but I think you'll agree as well that it's safe to say that not all girls are confident to try something new. So what do you think are the barriers to girls participating in sports, and how can we encourage girls to get more involved in sports and enjoy the benefits of games like flag football?
So one of the main barriers is probably definitely the confidence part within it. Especially with sports like that we see every day, but also within a new sport as well, confidence will be a lot lower because they're quite shy, they don't want to really embarrass themselves with doing a new sport.
It's actually reported that 8 out of 10 girls lack confidence over their body image. So I think social media plays a part in that. So I think girls think that there's an image and a stereotype attached to girls that look a certain way when they play sports. So if they don't feel they look that way, they think the sports are not for them.
Yeah, definitely, especially now since all the kids now are on social media, and it's such a big thing that literally revolves around their whole lives. And I feel like another barrier actually is that they don't want to see each other face to face, they'd rather communicate all throughout social media. And I think that's a big concern.
Talking to people online rather than actually meeting people face to face. I think there's a range of like personal and social barriers. I mean, I think some girls think they're not good enough, that it's too competitive for them, or that even sometimes sport is more promoted and directed towards boys. So I think it's reported by Women in Sport that 72% of girls feel underrepresented in sports, and I think that's probably higher amongst Muslim girls as well, feeling that they're not represented in sports when they see the clothes that we wear, dressing modestly, or the hijab. So I think that definitely plays a part. It's important to acknowledge and address these barriers to ensure that girls do feel empowered and encouraged to participate in physical activity. So how at Saathi House do you help remove those barriers?
We do have women's only coaches, and I think another barrier is also cost, so we don't charge anything for our sessions as well.
Okay, that's really good, there's no sessions. It's nice for girls to feel comfortable with a female coach as well. And even for parents to know there's a female coach with their daughters. So how do you think flag football has a positive impact on the girls that you teach each week?
So watch them grow over the few weeks. The confidence has definitely grown as well, but also watching them become a stronger team within the friendship as well. When we first started our sessions, obviously they didn't know what flag football was and they didn't know each other as well. So there was those initial barriers at first, but then a few weeks later we'd had a camp, a 4-day camp. And since then their friendship has grown so much, and you can see it really in their teamwork within each week. We see how much their connection is so strong that it projects on the field as well.
That's really good, it's really nice. Hafsa, how can girls get involved in your sessions?
So we are always open for new girls to be joining our sessions. It's Sundays from 11 to 12:30 at Broadway Academy. And I know sometimes it can be nerve-wracking with girls joining with teams that are already established, but we love new girls joining. Not only do we recap the basics, but our students, that they love teaching and showing their skills. We've had 2 new girls recently, and they've taken control and they've brought them in so nicely, taught them the basics and their new skills that they learn, and even something that they've wanted to add that's their own as well. So it's really nice to see.
So it's nice to see there like that peer mentoring and that leadership coming through. Would you say that week on week you see that development from them becoming leaders on the pitch as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's very nice to see, because some of them started off really shy and like barely talking. Now they don't stop talking. They love showing their ideas and new ways to bring the ball down. Absolutely. And it's so nice.
Summer sports camp coming up, tell us a little bit about that.
So it's a summer sports camp, like you said. It's at Aston Park on the Mugger from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's every Wednesday of the summer holidays. And not only do we do flag football, we do rounders, football, cricket, badminton. But obviously the best part is with me from 1 to 2 p.m, which is flag football. Oh, and lunch is also provided as well, so parents don't need to worry about that. And 31st is a very important date because that's the NFL flag football tournament. So it's really bringing our teams together to show what they've learned and showcase the kids as themselves and how much they've grown. And
is that tournament just going to be for the teams that you've built, or is it open to other people who run flag football sessions?
Yeah, so it's not only for our teams. We have 3 teams right now, but also want to open it to all the other foundations that were with us when we first did our coaching. And it'll be nice to really bring different people together from all different backgrounds. It'll be really good to really showcase the kids and what they've done.
And it'll be really nice, to see where the girls have started from, like not knowing anything about flag football, like not even like knowing the basics, to actually going on court and playing against other people as well.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see how that will play out,
And now we're welcoming 2 of our young players, Hafsa and Zaira. Welcome, thank you for joining us. So Hafsa's told us a little bit about what flag football is. Can you tell us about how you think it's positively impacted your well-being, physical and mental?
After we finish the session, we feel better because we've been exercising and we make friendships along the way.
I think for me the mental aspect of it is you put yourself out there in a different environment and with a different community. And I think obviously because when you're in school you're around the same people, having that 1 or 2 hours being around different people helps you. And you're learning more about like other people and what they're doing.
Yeah. And what do you think is the most fun and engaging aspect of flag football? Hafsa spoke about the strategy side of it. What for you is the fun part of it?
When we have to start the game, actually I think the game I really enjoy competing against them and trying to get a touchdown when like you're playing against the other team as well.
Nice.
I think it's fun when we do the drills because we learn different skills and the drills are usually really fun.
That's good. Why do you think girls don't participate in sports?
One of the biggest reasons, I did tell my friends about it and a lot of them, they're not super keen. I think one of the biggest things is a lot of people are scared of going outside of their comfort zone. And they don't like putting themselves and trying new things within my friends. And I think the second thing is a lot of people are quite focused on what people think of them.
Definitely.
And being validated by other people, but they kind of forget to focus on themselves as well.
Really important, yeah. What about you? Why do you think girls don't participate in sports? Because it's growing each week, isn't it, the sessions, but it's such a fantastic sport that we'd love to see even more girls engaged, and we know there are barriers. So what do you think some of the barriers are?
Probably like embarrassing yourself. Like if you do something and then you get it wrong, it might be a bit embarrassing the first time, but then when you learn, it's fun.
Exactly, yeah, and that's the thing. I think at Saathi House we do try and provide an environment that is supportive, so that we all have a laugh and kind of get a joke around, and it's fun. We don't want people to feel that anyone's laughing at them because we're all learning at the same time. So I heard you had a 4-day flag football camp last half term. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what did you do? What different activities did you do in that camp?
We did practicing drills a lot of. We also designed our own kits, and on the last day we went to Akka's Adventure and we spent a few hours there.
Nice. So you designed your own kit. What do you mean? How did you design your own kit? What happened?
We designed a logo, chose a colour scheme, and we're going to see it soon. And then
You're going to see it. So you're going to see it today?
Oh.
You're going to see it today? We have the kit that you guys have designed here. So we've got 2 kits out of you. So one was called?
Broadway.
And what's the other one called?
Broadway Jets.
We know which one they prefer, clearly. So here are the kits that you guys have designed. What do you think? Have a look, take a look. The girls worked with a designer and designed their own logos and kits for their teams. Have a look.
Look at the logo.
What do you think about it?
the pink one's not bad.
Not bad, yeah. You guys were a bit reserved about the pink ones, weren't you? It's not as bright pink as you thought. What do you think about the logo, how it came out?
I like it because it's got the ball in it, and then it has the bullet as well. And the colours work out really good.
It came out really well, doesn't it? So on Sunday we are going to get all your sizes and get their kits. So these are the kits that they have designed, and I think they've done a fantastic job. Well done, girls. You should be really proud of yourself. How did it feel designing a kit for your own team?
It was great.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was fun to see our creations come to life.
Isn't it amazing seeing your creation coming up? Like you guys came up with the name, the colours, everything. So how did it make you feel though? Like, how do you think you'll feel when you wear this when you play in the tournament or in the matches that are coming up? How do you think you're going to feel? Can you imagine all of you guys in your kit? Are you going to look amazing?
Yeah, if it makes the game feel a bit more professional because we've actually got kits that we've designed by ourselves.
And the fact that you guys have done it yourself, and I think Hafsa said earlier that's when she really saw you guys come together as a team, and listen to one another and kind of bring it all together, and it gives you kind of a sense of ownership, this is yours and you guys have created it, and I think you've done a fantastic job. Okay, so we spoke about some of the barriers, and obviously one of the barriers is having male coaches, so we provide female coaches. How does that feel for you participating in a female-only environment?
I think it's quite nice to know that people are considering it, and it's nice to know that you can go and you're not feeling uncomfortable, you don't feel like you shouldn't be there, because that has happened before. And when most clubs are directed towards boys, or if they're not boys, it's towards mixed people, and I think having that female leadership, being part of a female team, is all empowering as well, because then you get to see these female coaches and you realise if they're doing this, then I can do something like that too. Definitely.
I think it's good because sometimes in most sports when there's male coaches it might feel a bit awkward talking to them, but with female coaches it's a bit better because you get a relationship with them a bit more better.
Yeah, nice. And has having male coaches stopped you from participating before?
It's not. I wouldn't say it stopped me completely, but in my school I did do a football camp. It's in year 7, and it was run by a lot of males. There were a lot of boys, and I only did a few weeks and then I left because I didn't quite like being around it. And it makes you feel quite odd being one of the few girls there. It's not a very nice atmosphere to be around anymore.
Yeah.
With loads of girls with you as well, it's a bit more comfortable because you're all sort of the same.
Yeah. How would you promote the session to girls, and what would you say to encourage them to come to the Sunday sessions?
I think one thing I would say to everyone is don't be afraid. Don't be scared of making a fool of yourself or being embarrassed or feeling like you're not going to fit, because you will. And I think one thing that I like about flag football the most is that there's something for everyone.
Definitely.
You don't have to be good at throwing, you don't have to be good at running, there's something for you there already.
100%, yeah. What about you, Hafsa? How would you encourage some young girls to come and participate in the flag football sessions?
Just go out and enjoy the game because it's really fun when you play.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you to our guests for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed listening about NFL flag football. If you would like to get involved, you can check out all activities on the Saathi House website or follow us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us, girls.
Thank you.